All right, so here comes long division, part de. You do dos? I'm not sure. Okay, so and if you can hear the swimming people yelling because well, that's what swimming coaches like to do. It seems like. Just kind of ignore that. Okay, so reason why I'm doing this part D is because like in fifth period we're going over this and then I'm like going I like somebody gives me like a brilliant idea to kind of re-see this and re-explain it and I'm like going wow, like wow, just honestly just the insight was just amazing. I'm so proud of that person. All right, so so what we look here when we're doing long division, what we want to look at is focus on these lead terms. Every time we go into one row, we want to focus on the lead terms. So what I always thought was, well, what's the easiest way to find the number that should go here? Well, and this is where we kind of hit that brilliance. If we're focusing on those lead terms, let's just divide them over here to the side. Just the lead terms. And what we get as an answer will allow us to put it up here. Up here, like this area. Okay, so n cubed divided by n, well, we can subtract the exponents and we can easily see that's n squared. So n squared. Then we multiply this variable or this number to the 4 and to the n. So when I do that, n squared times 4 is 4n squared. Positive. Positive n squared times n gives me n cubed. And again, notice how this matches. This first terms right here, they match. And then as I go ahead, my next step is to change the sign. So these will cancel out. 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1n squared, and bring down your 5n, negative 5n. And again, put your focus on that lead term, negative 1n squared divided by n. So again, negative 1 divided by negative 1 is just going to be negative 1. N squared n gives me n, because 2 minus 1 gives you n to the first power. So I'm going to write here minus 1n. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4n. Negative 1 times n is negative 1n squared. Again, notice how those lead terms match. Then you change the sign, opposites cancel. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1n. Bring down the 4. And then we go here and say, okay, lead term, negative 1n divided by n. And the n's would cancel out, leave me negative 1. Oh my gosh, this is like brilliant, sir. I know, right? So negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Negative 1 times n is negative 1n. And holy son of a biscuit eater, there we go. These will all cancel out, and we have no remainder. That's a first. And there you go. So there's your answer with no remainder. Bada bing, bada boom, there you go. It's done. Let's look at another problem. Okay, so now we look at this one, and we see we have some z's missing. When you want to rewrite this, and I'm going to put here z plus 2. Try to make sure I write this small. 3z to the 5th plus 5z to the 4th. And then after 4th, I would have a, like you go z to the 5th, z to the 4th, z cubed, z squared, z, and then number. Well, I'm missing these two. Well, if you're missing those, you still have to put them in there, but you have to put a 0. 0c cubed plus 0c squared plus z plus 5. So we're going to have a pretty long answer here. All right. So again, we're going to focus on our lead terms here. So I've got 3z here and z. So I'm got 3z to the 5th divided by z, which would be 3z to the 4th. Because again, 3 divided by 1 is 3. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So I have 3z to the 4th. And I'm going to say multiply. 3 times 2 gives me 6z to the 4th. Plus 3 times z is 3z to the 5th. Change your signs. Cancel out. 5 plus negative 6 is negative 1z to the 4th. and bring down my next 0z cubed, which doesn't sound like it should be a big deal, but it still is. So I'm going to have negative 1z to the 4th. Uh-oh. No, never mind. Maybe not no oh yet. 1z, and that should be negative 1z cubed. So I'm going to put negative 1z cubed here and multiply. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2z cubed. Negative 1 times z is negative 1z to the 4th. Okay, change my signs, cancel out. 0 plus 2 is 2z cubed. Bring down the 0z squared. Okay, and now I've got 2z cubed over z, and again, dividing, I get 2z squared. So plus 2z squared. 2 times 2 is 4. Z squared. 2 times 1 is 2z cubed. Notice how all these are lining up and matching. Positive, positive, but then I have to change the sign, so here we go. Negative, negative, cancel out. 0 plus negative 4 is negative 4z squared. Ooh, I'm running out of space. Plus z. So again, negative 4z squared divided by 1z, that's a 1, gives me negative 4z. But now I have negative 4z. That's going to be negative 8z. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4z squared. Cancel out, or change my signs, cancel out. 1 plus 8 is 9z plus 5. Oh my goodness, I'm running out of space. I need space. Okay, 9z divided by z is just 9. So plus 9. 9 times 2 is going to be 18. And 9 times 9 is 9z. Change my signs. And 5 minus 18 gives me a negative 13. So get rid of that there. Sorry, I ran out of space, so I'm writing it over here. So that's my remainder. And then my answer with the remainder, because it's this, all of this plus the remainder is like 3z to the 4th minus 1z cubed plus 2z squared minus 4z plus 9 with a remainder of negative 13. So I think this, separating and just looking at those lead terms and then taking these answers, and putting them, it's going to make that a lot easier. I mean, it just blows my mind. It really does. So there you go, guys. You know what? I will check this on the next day. But, for those of you that this will hopefully help y'all do so much better on the next exam and test. Okay? Thank you so much. Y'all be good. Take care.